Good afternoon and happy Tuesday to all of your sunshiny faces. First off, guys, I do have volleyball footage for you guys. Before anything else, I'll explain the whole story to you guys about how I actually got there today, but I will insert footage for you guys. It's real short, but here it is. They ended up actually playing a team that they've beat at like every tournament they've gone to. The first game, I think they ended up beating them like 12-25, I think was the final. And we ended up getting to that game like maybe about halfway through or something like that. And then for the second game, we ended up seeing the whole thing. They ended up winning 25, I think, to 18 was the final score. Well, guys, I ended up going with my brothers, with Matthew, who's playing, his girlfriend, and her mom, because today was my parents' anniversary. And, okay, I thought today was the last volleyball game. I've told you guys that it's the last volleyball game. It says it on the schedule. All of the parents have said that today is the last volleyball game. Surprise! The coach told all the kids on the bus today as they were going home that they have a volleyball game tomorrow. So, which was actually funny because as we were driving to the game today, Matthew's girlfriend was saying how that they have a game tomorrow, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I was like, Matthew hasn't said anything about it. She was like, yeah, I know, he hasn't. And I was like, I don't know, like, we had all assumed that Tuesday was the last volleyball game. And so they ended up, like, we all thought that there wasn't a game, but she had read on the website, online, that they were supposed to have a game tomorrow. So we were, like, she was a little confused, and she had asked me, and I was like, not that I know of. I was like, I thought that the JV was supposed to play another game during this week. But then I remember somebody saying that I think this game that we played today was going to be the JV's last game. So I was also a little bit confused, but I was like, oh, maybe they just meant the JV, not the varsity. Well, like I said, though, after Matthew got on the bus, he got home, he was like, yeah, we actually do have a game tomorrow. The coach surprised them and told them that they had a game tomorrow, which is like 45 minutes away. And on top of that, one of our kids, the setter, Matthew said, apparently, this is rumor, has a concert that he's going to tomorrow afternoon, and he will most likely not be there. So they're going to have another kid back him up because they don't actually have a backup for him. So yeah, guys, anyways, though, volleyball game, they ended up winning, everything like that. We ended up going, and I didn't want to miss today's game because my parents, originally, my mom had told me earlier today, guys, everything got all jumbled up in communication today. Today was, like, literally the craziest communication day, I think, ever. Originally, I woke up this morning, and I was like, oh, should I put dinner in the slow cooker, because I was thinking today was my parents' anniversary, they were going to go out for dinner, and I asked my mom this morning if she was going to the volleyball game and if she was staying home for dinner, and she was like, oh yeah. Well, I guess she didn't hear me ask about the dinner part, and she had said that she was going to Matthew's last volleyball game, because it's the last one before the playoffs actually start, and she was saying, yeah, I'm going, and everything. So we were like, okay. So we ended up, like, I had this plan that we were going to go. And then my dad gets home and he's like, oh no, like, we're not going to the volleyball game. My mom's like, oh, why aren't we going? And my dad's like, well, because for one, it's like half an hour away to get to the game, because it was away today. Took like half an hour to get there. My parents, like my mom had thought that they were going to go out to eat after the volleyball game, and my dad was like, no, we weren't. Like they had miscommunication too, that they weren't going about their anniversary and everything like that, which today's their 25th anniversary, guys. They had like miscommunication too between each other about what was going on, and if they were going to the volleyball game or if they weren't, and when they were going out for dinner, and if they were, they weren't. They both were planning on going out for dinner, but then my mom was thinking they were going after the volleyball game. My dad wasn't planning on going to the volleyball game at all. I was planning on it, and my mom had told me earlier today that she was also planning on it, so that's what I thought. And like, you know, so it was all confused and all kinds of stuff. And I had really, like I said, assuming earlier today that this was the last regular season volleyball game, I didn't want to miss it. And so I was like a little bummed out. And then my dad had texted Matthew and asked Matthew to ask his girlfriend if she was going to go to the game, if she wouldn't mind picking me up. So she was going to, and then her mom ended up calling my mom because they didn't actually have my number, but my parents weren't home at the time because they were going out to eat. They were like on their way going out, and at the time that they called me, like they just literally left the house, and I was like, oh yeah, sure, I still want to go, because Matthew was supposed to then text me back if they were going, and it was all kinds of a mess today, guys. So yeah, they ended up coming and picking me up, and then we ended up going to the game, which like I said was like a half hour away. And then we ended up going, like I said, we caught the game, which we're actually late, like half an hour late, but it was their senior night, so it took them longer. So that's how we ended up still like catching half of the first game and then caught the whole the second game. So that was actually still pretty nice. And then we ended up coming back here, and yeah, guys, it was all just it was a confusing mess today as to what was going on. They thought now that my parents had gone out like earlier for lunch and that they were going to meet us at the volleyball game. And then I was like, they were like confused. They were like, why aren't your parents here? And I was like, oh, they're not coming. I was like, that's why. And so yeah, because it was like a three-way communication like through everybody else to like, oh my goodness, guys. Yeah, today was just like, it even makes my head spin a little bit as to like how much like a misunderstanding kind of between everybody was going on. And it was crazy. Everything ended up working out in the end, but at the beginning we were all like, everybody was confused, and I didn't understand like what they thought, like why my parents would be there. And then they were like, oh, like, you know, they didn't understand from like what they had said, like gotten the text message that they weren't going to be there, that they were going out, and like my parents hadn't conveyed that to them. And so yeah, they thought that they were meeting us there, and so it was just so confusing. And then we get home and find out that it wasn't the last volleyball game and that there's still one tomorrow. So anyways, though, guys, it's going to be a drive tomorrow, like 45 minutes, I think, out. And Matthew's last day of school is tomorrow. So he ends up having like, I think 3 classes or something like that. They get out at like noon, but Matthew doesn't have a final for his last class of the day because he has study hall. But then they have the senior picnic. I don't know if they still call that, or the senior barbecue or something. They end up actually, like for my senior year, it rained, so they had it in the gym. And so they're supposed to like do like a cookout or something like that for the seniors, like as kind of a farewell party kind of thing. And so Matthew is probably coming here, then going back to that, and then after that they end up having to leave like right after that then, because they have to be on the bus at like 3:05 to go to the game tomorrow, which is at like I think 5:45 or 5:30. But because of the what's it called, because how long it takes to get there, they have to get there still like super early. So yeah, guys, my head is still kind of spinning from today and like everything that went on and like how we arranged everything and stuff like that. But tomorrow my dad is taking me to the volleyball game. I think my mom's coming with too, and Jack should be coming with, and so it should just be like a normal volleyball game, which is weird though because it's on Wednesday. But then my brother's girlfriend, she was going to come with, and then she realized that she has, I think, awards night tomorrow for she's in track. So yeah, she originally was going to come with and then forgot that she had that, and so we were going to pick her up to go to that. Then like, you know, she picked me up today, so repaying the favor, but she might not be able to come with tomorrow. So anyways though, guys, yeah, today's volleyball game was a really good game. They actually ended up playing. It was like a good game, but yeah, it was just, today was like all kinds of crazy. My parents' anniversary, like all kinds of stuff. So anyways though, guys, my head, like I said, is just spinning today. I will see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog though. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give it a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.